One of the more important tasks that you have is to get into a state of peak performance, both mentally and physically, for the CAT day. For this, I suggest that you follow the routine that you're going to have on the CAT day. For example, if you have the morning slot, you may have to leave your house at, let's say, 6 o'clock in the morning. For that, you may have to wake up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So for the next couple of days, ensure that you wake up at 5:30 and follow the same routine that you're going to follow on the day of the CAT. If you have the afternoon slot, figure out at what time are you going to have a heavy breakfast so that you can replicate the same on the day of the CAT.
Now that the exam is so close, my advice to you is to stop taking mock tests. I know that it sounds counterintuitive, but then taking a test a day before the exam is usually not a good idea, because in case you get a low score, it's going to affect your frame of mind. So instead of sitting down and taking another test, which you have been doing for so long, why not use this time to conserve your energy and try and get into a positive frame of mind for the test?
So what should be your agenda in the last 2 days so that you're in a very good frame of mind and go with a positive frame of mind to the CAT? Well, what I would suggest is keep going through your subjects a little, not too much in detail. Don't really study anything new. Please definitely do not solve a new SimCAT, but study a little bit. You could study your favorite concepts, a favorite RC you could solve again, a set which you like you could solve again. If you bookmark some questions over the year, you could go through those. If you haven't done them, the best thing to do would be actually to go through a SimCAT where you're done well and just go through the whole SimCAT. It will definitely have a good feeling. So the best thing to do in the last 2 days is that don't overburden yourself, but just keep going through a few concept videos or a few concepts so that you are fresh on the day of CAT. Best of luck.
Hello everyone. Let me tell you one thing you should not be doing leading to the CAT. You should not panic. Come what may, ensure that you don't panic. For example, you might reach late to the center. You might find students discussing topics that you are not comfortable with. You might find the test to be tough. You might find the test to have a different structure than what you have come across so far. You might find the test to have different question types that you have never seen before. But don't panic, because panic leads to stress and anxiety, and stress leads to a cluttered mind. With a cluttered mind, you won't be able to perform that well. So if you want to perform well, please remember one thing: don't panic.
You all have prepared and prepared well. Understand that nothing can go wrong today. If you know how to cook and you have been cooking it for quite some time, then you know that if salt goes here and there, you can very well adjust it. Similarly, you already know how many questions you have to attempt in 40 minutes. So don't keep on crazily looking at the timer. You can very well manage it if something goes here and there. Second thing is, remember that your competition is not actually with those 2.5 lakh people who have filled the exam. It's actually with those top 20-30% who are serious about it. So if one section doesn't go the way you expected it to, still 66% of the paper is remaining and you can do wonders in that. And third, when you sit for the exam, have a very sweet feeling that once you are done with this, you are a step closer to your dream B school. Amazing packages, superb fraternity, a lifelong ego boost, busy days, busy nights, electrifying atmosphere among the most intelligent brass of the country. You'll feel a surge of electricity from within and a smile on your face. Just enjoy your exam then.
While it is extremely important to be in a positive frame of mind throughout the test, the best candidates are the ones who don't get surprised on the big day. The best way to eliminate the element of surprise is by visualizing all those things that can go wrong and be mentally prepared to deal with the same. A few things that might go wrong on the day of the test could be ACs or fans not working, ACs or fans overworking. You might have a noisy neighbor. You might have to deal with stinky feet. You might have a nosy invigilator. You could be asked to give a thumb impression after the test starts. You might have a wobbly chair. You might have a faulty mouse. Now, if you approach each of these situations, if they happen during the test with a smile on your face, then you will be in a good frame of mind throughout. And that to me is the key when it comes to cracking the CAT.
I'm sure you have taken a lot of SimCATs and you have analyzed those tests thoroughly. And you know what works for you, what doesn't in terms of strategy. The entire exercise has taught you a lot about what can you do when you face difficult situations. Now when you go for the test, you just need to do a fantastic execution of your strategy. And what if there's a surprise? You need to adapt, switch to plan B and do the best that you can. As Randy Pausch once said, we cannot change the cards we are dealt, but how we play the hand. I hope all of you will be able to do a very good job in terms of your strategy execution on the D-Day.
So one of the big things that you can do in the lead up to the test is to ensure that you have in complete control of that space between your ears. Because one of the things that can happen is that your mind, whether you want it or not, will start dreaming up of, say, random situations. For example, what if you get questions from the area that you hate the most? What if this happens? What if that happens? So one of the things to ensure that you perform well on D-Day is that do not think about things which are beyond your control. Whatever are out of your control, there is very little thing that, so whenever you find yourself and your mind going into that direction, just pull it back and just tell yourself, keep telling yourself, what is it that is within my locus of control? What can I control? And just focus only on that. And if you ask me, instead of ruminating on all of these things which are beyond your control, even if you do something really silly like watching YouTube, that might be a much better thing.
If you don't know the exam center, please make sure that you locate it a day before CAT. On the day of CAT, wear comfortable clothes, have a light navy. Please carry your admit card with your photo affixed on that. Take a valid photo ID proof, preferably an Aadhaar card. Don't carry any items that are not allowed at the center. Leave early and make sure that you reach the center well before time. Don't inquire too much about the previous slots, as it always adds to the stress.
I hope all of you have taken most of our SimCAT, if not all. By now you have dealt with so many scenarios where a particular section came out to be easy, medium or a difficult one. At times it is perfectly alright if things have not gone as per your plan in a particular section, but that should not impact your upcoming section. The idea is to remain focused for the entire duration of 2 hours. If I take a couple of examples, Spain, despite losing the first group match in 2010 World Cup, ended up being the world champion. At the same time, if I look at a recent performance, Saudi Arabia, despite trailing 1-0 against Argentina, ended up being the winner. So the whole idea is, if you want to reduce the pressure, my advice will be on 27th of November, kindly treat CAT as your SimCAT 16. And if you can do that, all of you are going to perform well on that particular D-Day. So all the best and may the force be with you.